ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन परमानन्दं सद्गुरु गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। गुरु महाराज की जय। शिवोहम। We are taking the 3 stanza of chapter 14. In this stanza, the God existence, Satchidananda Paramatma, is telling to Arjuna about the nature and the existence the unconjugational conjugation, and these all creation comes exist. Mama yonir mahad brahma, mama yonir mahad brahma, tasmin garbha dadhamyam sambhavaha sarvabhutanam tato bhavati bharatah mama yoni mahat brahma tasmin garbham dadhami aham sambhavah sarvabhutanam tata bhavati bharata. My dear Arjun, mama, it means mine. Mahat Brahma, it means the greatest basic nature. Yoni, it means the place of the fertilization. Aham, it means I. Tasmin, it means in that fertilization place. Garbham, it means the consciousness of all living beings. Dadhami, it means I place there, I establish there. Tata, it means that matter and consciousness affiliation. Sarva Bhutanam, in all living beings. Sambhava, it means origination. Bhavati, it means being. My dear Arjun, this all nature is, this all basic nature is the place of the place of the germination of all living beings. Because this nature is the place of fertilization, the place of embryonification of all the living beings, and I put there my consciousness of in the form of the life. So by this consciousness and material conjugation, it seems real, but it is hypothetical after the enlightenment, but it is without enlightenment. We can say that is the conjugation of the matter and consciousness. This is the cause of the generation of all the living beings. My dear friends, this stanza is very precious and the secret stanza. And this stanza is the key of the nature and generation and the creation. The Satchidananda Paramatma and Lord Krishna is telling himself. So there is no doubt. There is no doubt. The person, they arise the question of the creation of this universe is, there is the answer of all the creation, generation, system, secret. The Krishna is telling to Arjuna, my dear Arjun, the platform of the life, where the life is landing, when a dead body become alive, when a matter become a person, when the flesh, bones, calcium, magnesium, protein, lipid, they construct a living body. In the scientific views, you can understand the unit membrane structure of the cell. That is the basic structure of construction of a cell. This structure even construct the cell ball, mitochondria, Golgi body, nucleus, and give the place for the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm, and this unit membrane structure and this type of all the proteins and all the molecules, they arrange in the fixed arrangement. They are producing the DNA and RNA and messenger RNA and transport RNA etc. So if we will find by the electronic microscope or the ultra electronic microscope, we can see only the molecules and the structure molecules and arrangement of the molecules and orientation of the molecules. But we can never see the life. Because life cannot be visible. Only the physiology can be visible or only the anatomy can be visible and the physiology can be seen by the changes of the steps of the chemicals. But nobody seen the life in this stanza, in the very, very deep stanza about the life. I told before in my teachings to my disciples, this creation is made by the nature. As you know the process of your day-to-day life, and you see the germination and origination, the animals, the cattle, the insect, the birds and humans. Even you can see they comes by the conjugation of the male and female, but you are seeing the outer side of this creation. You do not know the inner secret of this creation. The inner secret of the creation is not conjugation of male and female. Everything is okay, but many homes there is no child. So this creation comes by the God existence that is called Atma. So the Atma is the base of all creation, but he is not involved in the creative activity of the creation, because Atma is like a catalyst. Atma only presents. The sky is not involved in the formation of the bubbles, but even he is present in the bubbles and outside of bubbles also. The formation of bubbles is a materialistic phenomena that is not phenomena of consciousness, but consciousness even presents in the bubbles. We put air in the balloon. The air and the rubber, the pressure of air in the balloon, they make balloon swollen, but sky is present in the balloon. Sky is never burst when the balloon burst. My dear friend, the presence of the consciousness of the God is a very spiritual, microest fact. You can see the outer changes. You can see the formations. You can see the synthesis. You can see the step of the procedure. You can see the structure of the molecules, arrangement of the molecules in the component. But you cannot see the exact cause of that creation. So the Krishna is opening the secret in this stanza. That is the highest secret. Even the scientists do not know this secret, because the scientists have only the observation of the physical and physiological and materialistic and the equipmental knowledge. Because scientists is not spiritual persons, they never do the meditation, they do not know about enlightenment, they do not know about Atma, even they don't believe on Atma. The decisions of the scientist, the decision like a blind person's, but the decision of the enlightened Sadguru, spiritual person, that is the exact decision. I am challenging to scientists of all over the world. Do they alive the dead body? They cannot alive the dead body. But we have the several examples of our monks and rishis. They make alive the dead body. We can see 700 years before, the Sant Gyaneshwara and the Chandeva, both are knows these things. We can see the life of Adi Guru Shankaracharya. He make alive the dead body of the king. He enter in the king's body, dead body, and live and learn the human behavior. My dear friends, your world scientists do not know about this spiritual, secret, super and duper science. So this super and duper scientific secret telling Krishna to the Arjuna in this stage. Don't take it so lightly, don't take it so chiefly. It is not description of the sex. Sometimes our mind and the Maya play with us. So we take things lightly. But the master's every word and discourse and description is very, very deep about in any subject. The Krishna is telling to Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, this all nature, this great nature, even it is Brahma Rupa also, because the never, anything is stay never without the support of the Satchidananda Paramatma. The Krishna is telling this is the place of germination. This is the nature, is the place of fertilization. I want to say, the mother has a ovum. The ovum is not dead. Mother is not dead. Mother is also alive. The ovum is also alive. The ovum has X chromosomes. Even the ovum is ideal. It cannot move like the sperms. But oogenesis and spermatogenesis both are the fact of the biology, science. The spermatogenesis, you read in the embryology, you will see that if spermatogenesis divided cells they are both 4 cells, they become the sperms. But in the oogenesis, all cells do not become the ovum. But ovum has a life. Ovum has a yolk, and ovum has a platform for the generation of a living being's body. That's why we always respect the nature like a mother. That's why we say the motherland. That's why we say the mother earth. That's why we worship the mothers, because the mother is the platform of the life. Without platform, nothing is possible. Landing or takeoff. Landing, it means the generation. Takeoff, it means the moksha, liberation. So we worship the mothers as the goddess of the generation and the goddess of the liberation also. It is a very pure and pious and respectful and devotional thinking in India about the women. We respect women very much, because women is not women, they are goddesses. My dear friend, this nature is a woman, this is a goddess. And the existence is a man. For understanding for you, he is not a man or woman, because the existence is equally living in the woman, he is living in the man. So I want to try to tell you, the spermatogenesis is a procedure to generation of sperm, and sperm has a one X chromosome. And the ovum also has one X chromosome. When they fuse, this procedure is called fertilization. Even in man, even in cattle, even in birds, even in reptiles, even in the amphibians, even in the fishes, even in the amoebas, even in the proto animals, proto living beings. Everywhere in Porifera coelentata, everywhere, in amoeba also, in volvex also, in chlamydomonas also, in the unique cell structure also, multi-cell structure also, in hydra also, everywhere this common thing is you can see. Then what is happening? The X chromosomes of mother and X chromosomes of father, they conjugate, that is called fertilization. It can be by any process. In the frog, the fertilization comes in the water. In many species, fertilization comes in the air. In the plants, fertilization comes in the ovary of a flower. The procedure can be, the equipment can be differ, but procedure is same. When a pollen grains comes, even by the air, in the maize, the pollen grains comes even by the insect, honeybee, any insect. The insect only the carrier of pollen grain. But ultimately the pollen grain germinate a pollen tube, and the pollen tube is fused with the ovum in the ovary of a flower. The flower makes seed and the fruits comes alive. So the same thing everywhere. Human and the plants. So Krishna want to tell this thing. All the nature is the Brahma Rupa, basic Prakriti. And that is the place of fertilization, and even the pollen grain or the sperm or the man or the woman, these are all nature. But something is different from this nature. Because the man is also nature, woman is also nature, ovum is also nature, sperm is also nature, flower is also nature, fruit is also nature, pollen grain is also nature, seed is also nature, everything is nature, because it is in the materialistic world. But one thing is hidden, nobody knows this, that is the consciousness, that is the life, that is the Atma. That is the existence, that is the God. And it comes only from the God. Without the existential presence of the grace of the God and love of the God, nobody can alive. The generation cannot be created. And without the sunlight, the green plant never produce the carbohydrate. The photosynthesis will not done without the light. The light never take part, but the light only presence there. In the light's presence, the oxygen and carbon dioxide make the foundation and create C6H12O6, the glucose. There is no light in glucose, there is no light in carbon dioxide, there is no light in H2O, pani, water. But the presence of the light, the formation of the glucose, this is the basic food structure on the earth. So it should be understandable thing that the example of the light, you can understand the presence of the existence God, the presence of existence, the presence of God is the all source of consciousness, all source of life, all source of energy, all source of knowing, all source of being. So Krishna want to say this thing in this stanza. The Krishna is telling to Arjuna, Arjuna, I am provider, that embryo of the consciousness. This is not embryo of the physical body. No. This is not embryo of mental body. No. This is not embryo of causal body. No. This embryo is indicating about the jiva, about the jivatma, that is the form of Paramatma. It is very dense and deep knowledge. It should be carefully understood by the seekers. So I am putting this consciousness in this basic nature. And this basic nature, by my consciousness, seem like alive. Everything is accurate in your body, but life is not. Your body will decompose. That is a dead body. But when the life is present in your body, if your body is weak, suffering from disease, and you are suffering from any trouble, that consciousness make you okay gradually, day by day. So I told to my disciple, the meditation is the top medicine of any problem, physical, mental, causal, any problem. If you do the meditation, then this consciousness will reform your body. So our rishis and munis, they are alive the thousands years, because this consciousness of the God, this enlightenment of the God, this Atma Jnana of the God, this presence of the God's Satchidananda presence that can reform your body, that make your body new and newer. Unfortunately, our scientists do not know this science. They only know the drugs. The drugs is the poison. They decompose and decrease the body. They do not know the all. Nectar comes from inside. I want to give some information to you. The system of endocrine glands in the body, it is depend on the master gland, pituitary gland, which is laying in your brain. And your brain is full of tension and worries and dilemmas and very many and negative things. That gland cannot be work properly. So the gland cannot be do the work properly. It cannot place the orders for the other glands. Pancreas, thyroid, gonal, many glands laying in your body. 7 to 8, I do not exactly number now. But the all masses and all the administrative chemicals, they are goes by the master gland pituitary. If you do the meditation, then your brain become the free from tension. Your brain become the free from worried. Your brain become free from dilemmas. Your brain become free from unnecessary pressures, and your brain become the free and pleasant. When this pleasant and peaceful brain become, then what happened? Your master gland, free from all load and negativity, then that master gland can do the work very nicely. And the master gland will do the work nicely. She places the orders, she secrete the nectar-like messenger RNAs and other things. And the secretion of the body becomes up to date and very nice. This is the start of the recycling and reconstruction of the body. And the insulin will be regularized, the diabetes will go, the depression will go, the weakness will go, the immune power will be high, the development and reconstruction of your organs and cells and muscles, it will be okay and right. So the physical development and physical balance and mental balance and emotional balance, everything will be okay by the meditation. So if you welcome your existence, if you respect your existence, if you respect the master, if you respect the master's technique of the meditation, that the vast physiological, emotional and physical and spiritual positive change comes in your life. So my dear friend, in this stanza, there is the secret of the life and the material differentiation. The all life and consciousness comes from the God existence of Paramatma. And all the materials comes from the nature, and the nature also take the energy and aliveness by the presence of the Paramatma. As you make the dalda by the oil, edible oil, and the nickel is the catalyst there. Without nickel you cannot make dalda. So without the presence of the meditation, you cannot transform it. Without the respect of the master, master is the representative of the existence. You cannot learn this technique to be from the mortal body to immortal God. So the Sanatana Dharma, we say that every person can be reached by the man to the God, Nar to Narayana. So we are not to differentiate anyone. We say the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, all planet, all earth is our family, our big family. And all nations, they are our brothers and sisters. We do not hate to anyone. We only give the love, because all love comes from the God existence. The stone cannot love anyone. The love of a stone can break your skull, but love of God can construct your lost consciousness, regain your life. My dear friend, this is the very, very secret conjugation of the material and the consciousness. It seems a conjugation, but it's not a conjugation. It is like a catalyst. The consciousness is separate from the material, but it seems like a conjugation. It seems like a involvence. That seems like a involvence is the natural construction of all the planet and many different lives and the creation and genera and the species and other. But in the base of all things, the base of matter, the base of energy, the base of knowing is only one thing, that is the consciousness of the God awareness. And it come only It brings only, it can achieve only, it can come in your life only by the meditation of awareness of the Sakshi. And as I described, when you will do the meditation of awareness of Sakshi, your pituitary gland will be okay and tension free. Maybe you can free from all diseases of your physical body, and you can free from all the mental stress and mental diseases, psychological diseases. There is no need of any consolation. There is only need of meditation. So this precious stanza of Lord Krishna is the stanza of completely, it defined the creation, it defined the cause of creation, it defined the power of the creation, it defined the secret of the creation, and it defined how to open the door of enlightenment, Atma Jnana. So God is important. So existence is important. So Sadguru is important. So material is not important. Body is not important. The physical things is not important. The spirituality is important. When you will stand in the spirituality, all things will be okay and torn up and well organized, and you will feel the very, very supreme pleasure of the life. I want to invite you. This supreme technological spiritual science, and I want to invite you to make you alive. You are not alive. You are living in the unconsciousness of illusion of Maya. But when you see yourself, your existence, your Atma, your supremacy, then you will be alive. The Gita is the science of aliveness from the death. The aliveness cannot be destroyed by any cause or any meaning or any death. That is the immortality. This is the immortal consciousness. That is called Atma. That is called existence. That is called omnipresence God. That is called liberation. That is called Atma Jnana. That is called the Jivan Mukta. If you get this Atma Jnana, then that is your will. You can come again earth, but you will not live like an unconscious person. God comes again and again on the earth, but God cannot be blind. So the masters comes also. They are the part of the God. They are the representative of the God. The master is not blind. They never involved in worldly activities. They seems involved, but they are not involved from inside. They can give you the love, affection, and many, many things, but they are not involved. The Janaka, Vasishta, many rishis and munis, they have the families, they have the wife, they have the sons and daughters and relatives, but they are not involved in Maya. They always stand in the existence. So this is the science to how to live in this world and stand in existence. How can you alive in this mortal world? The only one way that you have to know your real existence, which is living inside. You worship yourself, you see yourself, you respect yourself, you make your consciousness, awareness more and more every day by the meditation of Sakshi. Thank you very much. Love you very much. I request you please subscribe my channel, my all friends, my listeners, my disciples. Please help me to spread this supreme knowledge of liberation all over the world. Do not think like a man. Think that we are all the existence, God existence form, and we are doing the work of existence. We are not doing the work of Maya. And come out from ego also, please. Do not feel like ego. You feel like a universal consciousness, universal love. Thank you very much.